Good evening. This is me, Erin Rasmussen, and this is my report for CSE 340 on session cookie and ID. So what is a cookie? We're not talking about chocolate chip or peanut butter. We're talking about a computer cookie. It's often used to identify a user. It's just a small file that is embedded on the user's computer. And so when they request a page and stuff, it just kind of stores their data. And so it's really become popular lately. Almost you can't go to a website without asking for permission to do your cookies. And when I do a report, I always like to find out where it originated or like the history. And so cookies have been around for a long time. It wasn't until this guy, his name is Lou Montaluli. He was the one that kind of coined the name cookies. He did lots of stuff. He was a developer. I'm not sure if you know about Netscape. He was part of that. And so anyway, but just kind of holds like goodies, like a fortune cookie is the easy way to remember it, or like some people think like Hansel and Gretel, how they left the little trail. Okay, so I'm going to give you an example. I don't know if you've ever seen this logo, right? So like I always get frustrated because my ads have like computer stuff like Wix and Squarespace and Monday.com and all business stuff. My daughter's into Broadway, so she gets much cooler ads than I do. And so here's an example. My daughter Amelia, I can always tell when she's in my YouTube because I always get slime videos or I get contortion videos that show up for me to look at. But I can tell when I've been in there because I get like organizing and mom things to be more productive and things mom house cleaning and organizing and those kinds of things that I like. Okay, this is an example in the book, and I always talk too much, so I'm just going to briefly explain. This shows how the information, like the user requests it, so it goes from the browser to the server, and then it comes back to the web browser, and then it goes back to the server when they request a page, and it just kind of goes back and forth. And this is in our reading, so but just if you need to find it really quick, here it is. And so it helps you remember the process of how everything works. So creating a cookie, you have to have ingredients, and I did this is actually a recipe template, but you need to have 3 arguments. And so and these are the kind of things, and these are the expiration dates. These are the just things that you need to have so that your cookie will function properly. And so here are some attributes, like it needs to have a name, a value. These are all the different things. Expires. So like this one, you can tell it's going to expire in 30 days. So it goes days. If you have one that has more numbers, it'll have days, and then hours, and then minutes, and then seconds. Okay, let's see. So there's different type of cookies. Like I said, I got to keep this going. So there's a session cookie, persistent cookie, third-party cookie, secure cookie, HTTP only cookie, and zombie cookies. Those are the ones that you can't really kill them. They keep coming back. Okay, so what's the difference between a session versus a cookie? A session is a way to store information and variables to use across multiple pages. Cookies can't really, even though when they designed them, it was to store like shopping cart information and store that so the user can get, so that the user's like, oh, it's already stored in there, so it's easier. It's supposed to be more friendly for the consumer, right? So, but they can't store large amounts of information. We've just we have this information overload. So if you have this big e-commerce site that uses cookies, it can be a huge problem because they can't handle that much stuff. And so that's why they have sessions, because remember, our cookies go off our computer, and our sessions, they're the ones that go off our browser. I apologize, I said the wrong word. Those are the ones that go off our server. I don't know why I said that. So the cookies go off our computer, and they both start with C. And the sessions, this is easy to remember, the sessions go with our server. So that's easy to remember if you want to know. Cookies go to the computer and sessions go to your server. And then a session ID, that's a long string of letters and numbers that help you identify the unique duration of their visit to your site. And so here's an example of a session ID. It's like 32 hexadecimal numbers. Okay, so that helps you understand the differences. So why would you want to do this? Because you want to make things easier for a consumer and the people that you're trying to get their attention. And then when things are easier, it helps them possibly purchase more things from you. I wanted to show this example where if you look on, say you look on Amazon for, I don't know, say you need a new toothbrush. So you're looking for a toothbrush, and then before you know it, on Facebook, all the ads are toothbrushes. Or on Google, like on the side, all of a sudden, everywhere you look, there'll be toothbrushes. But I don't know if I've just shut them off. I don't have ads appearing everywhere. Okay, so we're gonna go to some coding here. I confess I am not the best at explaining code, but we're gonna try and show you this really quick. Okay, so this is an example. This is in 3 schools. This is showing us how to create and retrieve the cookie. And so, like I said, we needed to have a user, like a value and a name. Remember, a name, a value, and stuff. So, and an expiration date and stuff. So here we have our name is going to be user. Our value is John Doe, and this is our expiration date. It's going to expire in 30 days. Okay, and so this when we run it, we'll know if it's set or not set. Okay, so we're going to run the example. Okay, so it says it's set, so it's in there. So we're going to go back. See, I've already run it, so it's in there. So we're going to go back, and we're going to look, we want to modify it. So this is the user. We're going to set it again, and we have this all set up, and so it's going to say a different, it has them in there, but if we go, oh my goodness, I'm not in Google. Okay, this is a bad. Okay, so we're gonna go back, and we're gonna run this one, and now see, it's deleted. Okay, now I'm in Safari, and that's something important that you need to pay attention to too, is your browser. Things are different. I'm going to show you, I'm going to go over it. I don't mean to, it takes me a little bit longer to explain these. So I'm going to show you this example, that this is actually, instead of a PHP one, it is a JavaScript, but so these are like functions, because you need to set your cookie, get your cookie, and then check the cookie. So see, when I enter my name, I'm going to enter my name. Okay, so it's in there. So when I run it, it says, welcome again, Aaron. It's in there. And the only way I can get rid of it is by clearing my history, right? Or the way that I've found to get rid of it is to clear it, okay? So I'm running out of time, which I'm sure. Okay, so oh, good grief. I always run out of time. Okay, so I just want to show you in Google. Okay, so I run this example and see it's set to Alex Porter. But if you have the extension thing and here you can go view, look, it will show you all your cookies. These are all my experiments, right? But you can see test. See, here's my John Doe. It shows you the cookies that you have. I've been doing all kinds of fun stuff here. It shows you all your cookies. See, and then you can also in this little dealie, you can delete your cookies. And you can actually disable your cookies. So you can do a lot of things with that. And so here I want to show you the JavaScript example. welcome again, Sally. I had done it earlier with Sally. Okay, and so it just shows you welcome again. So you have to clear it out, but it is storing it in there, and it'll go till it expires. So my time has expired. It just takes me a long time to explain things, so I hope any of it benefited you, and good luck. Good night.